The inaugural GranFondo Niagara Falls took place this past weekend. Loosely translated, GranFondo means long distance or great endurance. The event has been a huge success in both Banff and Whistler, which led organizers to plan a race in another Canadian tourist center. With the falls serving as both the start and finish line, over 1,200 cyclists hit the parkway to begin their 125-kilometer ride through Niagara.
The reception that we've received has been tremendous. It began quite some time ago. It was around the summer of 2010 that this process began, and it's really been a quite welcoming response. A lot of yeses, but they didn't quite know exactly what they were saying yes to until we really got down into it and realized what chore this was going to be to pull off. And you got to give many thanks to many jurisdictions, many community stakeholders to be able to pull this off.
What happens after today with your organizing group that will determine whether you're back next year?
Well, there will be a bit of a review with the organizing committee and the route committee to make sure that everything went as planned and what can be improved upon. That'll take place in October. Then we'll take a good look at how this fits into our schedule and calendar of events, and then we'll probably be able to make a determination before Christmas.
The riders would get a first-hand look at the region during the day, but they actually arrived at the course in the middle of the night. Simon, a long way from Jersey to be in this race. What are your expectations?
Just to have some fun. Yeah, so I've got some friends that live up here, so I thought it was a good chance to come and visit them and go for a ride while I'm here.
How did you hear about GranFondo Niagara?
I did the New York GranFondo earlier in the year, and then also did the New Jersey GranFondo last weekend as well.
What's it like riding a race this early in the morning?
All of my races are this early in the morning, so
this is nothing new?
I'm used to getting up at 4:30 to race, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think this, the way they're going to grow it is doing exactly this, having it in the most prime locations of the most prime cities they can find, like Whistler, Niagara Falls. If you just look in the background, there's the falls right here. We can see them right now. So I think this sort of thing will just get it the visibility that it needs. That's pretty much what it is, just word of mouth, that sort of thing. It'll grow after a first year like this, I think.
Just over 1,000 cyclists today. Should organizers be happy with that number for a first-year event?
Well, I'd say so. I mean, compared to any other, especially a racing cycling event, 1,000 people is fantastic. So compared to another established event like the GranFondo Whistler, they have 5,000 there. But I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges too out there. You know what I mean? Different crowd, and it's established events. So yeah, I'd say for sure that's tons of people. Yeah, the event's going to be great with that number for sure.
Canadian musicians Barney Bentall and Jim Cuddy took part in the race and would later hit the stage at a post-race party in Queen Victoria Park.
Well, this is marvelous. If you look here, you can't see nothing but cyclists as far as you can see down the block, and I've cycled all my life and really passionate about it. And any day on a bike to me is a good day, rain or shine. And so when you see this much positive energy, and I think it's a wonderful thing to see, and I think it sends a great statement because, you're doing something physical, something energy building, and taking cars off the road for just a little while, but I think it's a really good message.
You're more familiar with the GranFondo in Whistler, Vancouver.
Yeah.
How are they able to grow that to over, I understand, 5,000 riders?
Well, I think you've got to keep a tradition going. You've really got to hand it to the organizers, Dean and Kevin here, that just really worked tirelessly and started. But the company, the community has to get behind them and say this is really positive for tourism. It's positive for the well-being of the citizens, and really try and create a tradition. So,
in Niagara, you're watching The Source.